King Sports Information Director here with head men's soccer coach John Miglarese. Talking about starting the season here pretty quick. You started here in January. How did your first spring go earlier this year in spring practice?
It was good. We started out working pretty hard, getting them up in the morning, doing speed, agility, and fitness and strength training. And then we used our maximum allowable hours per week to get them out in the field, and then the gym on the ball. Then our spring season officially started late February. We were able to get 6 games in, 5 games, and then plus an alumni game. It was good for us because I was able to implement a lot of the things that I want. More importantly, the cultural change we want from top to bottom. Just who they are on the field, who they are off the field, how we carry ourselves, the tactics, formations, everything that we want to do in the future. We were able to kind of introduce to the returning team, and then it was good. It was very good. I think we got some good results. Got 3 wins, and I think it was definitely a springboard into hopefully some successful results this fall.
How has that carried over? Has a lot of that stuck here in fall camp? I mean, you've only been in practice for about a week. Has a lot of that stayed there?
Yeah, it has. I think the upperclassmen, the juniors and seniors, this fall really bought into what I was trying to do, and I think they've been able to support that and then echo that to the new guys. We have 9 new players coming in this fall and that are here now, and it's been good to have at least a semester with a group that what I'm saying isn't brand new to them. They've heard it before. They know the expectations, and now it's a matter of helping others come along with that. So yeah, being here in the spring was a massive advantage.
Yeah, and you've had a couple scrimmages. You're about a week and a half before your first game. How's that feeling? You feeling pretty good, or still a lot of work to do?
Oh, there's a whole lot of work to do, but I've also been pretty encouraged.
Okay.
We had 3 days of practice, and then I put them out against ETSU. We practiced Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, played Thursday against a Division I team that's very established, very talented. And other than a disastrous first 2 minutes, we had a pretty good game. I thought the guys played pretty well and competed, and then turn around a day later and play a local rival in VI, and I thought we played quite well, and we were able to get everybody on the field that day. And for me, these are exhibitions. I'm trying to see where we're weak, where we're strong, what we got to work on, and after each game we've gotten better, and that's what we're looking to see. I think we were a better team against VI than we were against ETSU, and now we play Lincoln Memorial tomorrow, and we're hoping to be a better team tomorrow than we were against VI. That's the hope.
Now, going into the roster, you returned 2 of your top 3 scorers from last year. One of those is Luis Alonso. How is the offense looking? Is there any like newcomers, anything?
Yeah, offense is young, very, very young. We have a lot of freshmen. Chris Hicks scored the goal the other day. He's a freshman. Eli Carrasco out of Atlanta. He's a freshman. Joseph Akinoso, he's a freshman. So I mean, we've got a young front line. We really do. And then mixing that with Luis, Thomas Doobie, and we're going to play Pete up there a little bit as well. We're very, very young, but we're talented up there too. We're quick, we're mobile. We're just inexperienced and a little unsure of ourselves right now. And my hope is if we can just stay injury-free, these guys will start playing like sophomores and juniors by late in the season. But we definitely look like freshmen at times. But this is definitely a rebuilding year. Now we're going to try to win the conference championship, but we're very young up top, and we have a ton of potential. It's just a matter of how quickly they mature.
How does the midfield group go in with that?
Yeah, well, young again. We started out playing Ryan Cobain, who was a freshman this year after redshirting last year, and then Ryan Murphy, another freshman. And we've made the switch of moving Ryan to outside back and moving Kenny in, Kendall Libler from St. Kitts, and he redshirted last year, so he's a sophomore. Is just now getting his first college minutes. So those are our 2 midfielders right now, and they look very good. Ryan is very smooth on the ball and can get the game going. Kenny's just a workhorse, 18 to 18, and just a great player to have on the field because he just gives everything he has. And then we've got guys like Thomas Dube that can play in there, and Ryan Cobain can rotate in there, and Pete can rotate in there, and Zach can rotate in there. So I think we'll be okay at the central midfield. On the flanks, we've got some pace and some mobility as well, and Luis and Chris. So, we're on our way. We're not perfect, but I think we're much improved than we were in the spring.
Defense looks like it might be your most veteran group here. You got, Feener, Clark, Egan coming back to kind of lead that group, upperclassmen. Is that?
Oh, absolutely. We've got Feener, who's a senior. We've got David Egan, who's a senior. We've got Zach Clark, who's technically a senior. He's got another year of eligibility. He's going to be a fifth-year senior next year. And then at times you'll see Pete in there. So we're going to have 4 seniors in the back line in some games, and that's going to be really important. Ryan Cobain is in there now as an outside back. But clearly that's our most veteran experienced group. And I think we're going to have to really rely on them to have strong performances day in and day out as we have so much youth around them. So they've got a big load to carry on their shoulders, but I think they're up to it. And, we're working some kinks out right now. I think our back line hasn't been superb by any means the past 2 scrimmages, but we're going to keep working on that and getting better.
And that veteran group there should help your goalkeepers are pretty young. I mean, a sophomore, I believe, in Cameron Sorrow, and then a freshman, Kari Svensson, who came over from Iceland. That seems like it's a good battle right now.
Those 2 guys are battling now. They're splitting time right now. Both are talented. Been very impressed with Kari, but also very impressed with Cam. He came in great form, great shape, and he's working his tail off, and he looks good. So, on the whole, we're looking very strong in goal. We also have an experienced freshman. And Matt, who's extremely athletic and has a ton of potential in the future. We're probably going to redshirt him. But yeah, I'm really pleased with our goalkeeping staff right now. I think we've really happy. It's always good to have several guys that can play.
And I think the last thing here is the newcomers. I think you brought in a class of about 9 with 2 transfers in there, so 7 freshmen. Right. Have they been acclimating well, and how do they look so far?
Yeah, well, total class of 9. One of them was already coming when I got here. That the former coach already signed. That was Matt. And then Tom Winspear, the assistant in the spring, and I worked real hard for several months trying to find a class of guys that not only would help us on the field, but fit the program values and what we're trying to do. And I think we've done pretty well with that. And so far, the guys seem to really be buying into what we're doing and gelling with the team. Our 2 transfers, Brian Butler and Daniel Cruzy. Daniel came from Iowa Western, who was one of the top 5 junior colleges in the country, so he's has a little bit of experience, and he's a hard-working guy who's competing for time on the flank. Brian Butler was going to be one of our forwards this year, who's got a lot of pace and mobility. He was going to stretch the game, but unfortunately he tore his ACL last month, so he's going to redshirt this year. But it's good to have some veteran guys in the program that are used to competing, that aren't 18-year-old kids this is all brand new. So it's been nice to have those 2 guys around.
All right, thank you, and good luck this season.
Thank you.